lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. To throw is gone. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after, and it's 3rd down. From the shotgun, Ryan. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Check. Check hot route. Hot, hot. Bang, 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 bang. Check 13. Check 13.
On 3rd down, it's Carr. Unable to corral him, he fights through. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating him up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
And the catch made by Hilton. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. From the gun, King. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Here's Ingram. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
King now on third down. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down. To throw is King on first down toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Intended for Allen Robinson. Incomplete. He was defended by Jalen Ramsey.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Bears on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw. King. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Aaron Donald in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Boswell's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off. Khalil Mack.
Intercepted. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
That's right, baby. They don't want it.
Here's King. From the gun, he'll throw. He's got it to Hilton. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. King. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
We always talk about receivers. If the ball hits your hand, you're supposed to haul it in, but it is hard to adjust to a pass thrown a little bit behind you.
That one was all the momentum going forward. Couldn't contort his body back to grab it. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
At their own 37-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first two drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Goff. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. Here's Johnny Hekker now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Now King on 1st and 10. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. 16 yards is the pickup there and a 1st down for Chicago. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Michael Brockers in on the stop.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. This is caught by Robinson. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Back to throw. King. This one complete to Ingram. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. King to throw on 2nd down. That's complete to Robinson. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now?
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Call. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back.
Here we go, tonight. 180.
Out of the gun. Goff. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Goff now looks to throw. And it's a safety. Goff got buried in the end zone. He couldn't get rid of it.
And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender.
Ooh.
To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
That's a lot of points. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
25, check 25, check 25.
King now. Off play action. Robinson's got it. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Looking to throw. King. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Allen Robinson with touchdown number 8 on the year, as the Bears push further out in front. Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Value 3, value 3.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll also wind up being the final play of this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
Get ready.
At their own 20-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. From the 26, they'll line up on second. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Eddie Goldman with a sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Throwing on third, Goff. He's going to air it out deep for Woods. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up fourth down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, they really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Alert three.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll bring up a third down.
Quit talking about it and bring it.
Complete to Hilton. A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating? The guys who just gave up that play.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
I'm coming.
Back to throw. King. Well, it's a shuffle pass, and it's complete. They'll give him a yard on the play, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And that hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one.
And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. To throw is King, operating from the gun. He's going to let it, and this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by DeMonte Kazin. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long, got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
Hold on. Check.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he works free. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. Well, this is the reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Runs like that might get him another award.
Yeah, thunderbolt right out of the gate, huh? How about that, hitting the defense hard early? And, of course, carrying the momentum from last week into this week's game.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams first down. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 34. Here's Goff. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Goff. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Khalil Mack in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22.5 set in 2001. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. King. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
It's just me.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
Back to throw. King.
Push it back.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone, I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious. So you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
Now Goff. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Now gone. And Woods has it complete. A gain of 6 there on first.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 41-yard line.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Goff going to hand it to Gurley. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for L.A. Goff on first down. And that's complete to Cooks. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
The Rams on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Goff. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's Johnny Hekker now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Now this is fielded in the end zone. A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. And they'll get him down up past the 15. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Looking to throw. King. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Let's go, D.
Here's King throwing on first down. It's complete to Robinson. 20, 10, touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson, his second touchdown of the afternoon as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this, saying, all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down. Now Gurley. He finds an opening past the 40. And he's got some space here. And finally taken down at the 15. And he takes this all the way down to the Bears' 15. A great run, but, you know, this is probably where the offensive coordinator is saying, geez, we could have used a couple of these earlier in the game.
Hey, he's probably telling the head coach, well, talk to the run game coordinator about that. I just call the plays. We should have had this going right from the beginning.
And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. Now on second and 13. Goff. He gets it to Gurley, complete. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1.
It's now 4th down.
Now, a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Gone. That's to his running back, complete. He cannot wiggle free. They stop him at the line on 4th down. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And the Bears will get the football back. On 1st down, Evans. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Now we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they look to... And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And it's a defensive return for a late touchdown. So they still need somewhat of a miracle here, but at least that gets them a little bit closer. And at this point, after that return for a touchdown, I guess the only thing is you're asking what else could go wrong.
Not only that, I think that between the two of us, we thought this was over before. I believe now it's really over.
Zuerlein connects on the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. This is fielded a couple yards deep.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches.
And the Rams got him. They